We're here. See, one's already and gotta be Michael. Sound. Yep. Got it. It's the only way I can tell. Very good. Glad to hear it. Well, it's 8 o'clock. All right, where'd everything go? Wasn't quite prepared, I must say, but I am now. Is the frequency in use? Obviously not. This is Paul, K4PEW at the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? Negative. If you have an emergency, just break in at any time. For information on that, you can see us on our website, 146.415.net. No dot in there. Same as the frequency, but no decimal point and any T in the end there. Or you can actually go to YouTube right now onto Brain Trusts, BRAINTRUSTS, or look in the search box. It's Brain Trusts channel, and it's also you can search it under my call, Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey, for use that are used to phonetics. It's K4PEW. Or you can look us up on my Yahoo groups under MJ_SS, or send me an email at Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey at ARRL.net. We normally meet at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night, and hopefully have a good time when we conduct the net, of course, on 146.415 FM Simplex. This is version S. Well, it is our 477th episode. No, we'll call it that. 477th net since 4.5 years ago or so. Purpose of the net is to support and train ham radio operators, hopefully induce them to do a little better, get better antennas, higher antennas, and improve their operating stations such that they can have more fun, number one, and number two, in the event of an emergency, they can be of service to their neighbors, their community, and the greater world in which they live. We use the net to announce amateur radio events, activities, resources, and training in support of the local community. Is there anyone with announcements? Nothing heard on announcements. Well, the big announcements are tonight. We do have this net, and then it's followed by the buy, sell, swap, and swindle net. So if you have anything you want to buy or sell, please get your list ready. And also, if you have, get ready for sideband, which immediately follows that, the sideband net on 144.240, where we go to upper sideband for a short net, which usually only lasts a few minutes. We get somewhere between 5 and 10 people on that portion of the net, and we generally get this portion, FM Simplex, we get about usually anywhere from 17 to 30 or so on average. So, no other announcements. I will move on to, let's see, today's Saturday, of course. Tuesday night is the Wilson County, it's actually the WEMA Emergency Preparedness Net on repeaters that I announce through the system here. I put it out on written form on the email system for those of you that, well, if you're not on it, I'd contact, well, I don't know who to contact at the moment. But anyway, I always send that out as a reminder to everyone on this group. And let's see what else. And then, of course, on Wednesday night, we have our net again. And then the following Thursday, we've got the Wilson County Aries Information Net, which is the WC4AR repeater. It's 8 p.m. on Thursdays. Of course, that's a ways away. But anyway, any other announcements, questions, or additions? Very good. Then we'll move right along. We got a big night tonight. But tonight we start from the north of Mount Juliet Road. Please come on.
Whiskey 9 Bravo, Oscar, Quebec.
Man, you use that niner thing. Is your audio is really loud?
I got kind of close there. I always wanted to be first in, you know.
Well, that's a accounting method, for inventory. First in, first out.
You know, I have a funny story about that. One time I went on a cruise, and my wife and I left the hotel right when we figured we should leave to go get on the boat. And I don't know if you ever gone on a cruise, but it's kind of a cattle call to get on. And for some strange reason, just by luck, we were first in line to get on the ship. And there were about 20 or 30 other people there that tried to get there to be first in line. That was their goal for the day. And they were some ugly people because they didn't make it.
That's funny. Human nature is kind of funny, isn't it? So what was the goal? Just to make sure they could get back on board properly?
No, this was when we were leaving. It's just, you could kind of tell that, I made that up when I said 20, but there was a couple for sure that were like, you could just tell they wanted to be first, just to be first in line.
Yeah. No saving places or cutting either.
No, but anyway, how about this weather? Yuck.
Oh, yuck. It's all good, man. If it wasn't for the rain, we didn't have rain and sunshine, we wouldn't have anything growing.
Okay, that's good. I'll take it.
We'd live in either a desert or we'd live in a sponge if you leave out either one of those things. Well, very good, Dennis. How you doing tonight? How you making progress on that tower?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Robin to get that bracket. He said sometime this week, so I ordered 500 feet of guy wire, so I'll have some for sale for sure. And tomorrow I'm going to go get all the clips and all the other little things that I need.
Yeah, now you're getting, what gauge wire are you getting for that?
3/16.
Oh, wow. That's pretty steady stuff, man. That's big stuff. 3/16 inch diameter wire?
That's what was recommended to me for 25G.
Oh, no, I'm good. I just didn't realize it would be that big. That's some nice size cabling there. That's really like a wire rope more than it is just a wire.
That's what it's called, wire rope.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. And of course that's stranded.
And galvanized.
Oh, wow. Yeah, sounds good. That must have cost a chunk. How much was that 500 footer?
Under $100.
Oh, that's not so bad. You can get a roll of 500 feet of number 12 copper for like 50 or 60 bucks anyway.
Yeah, this was what was it, a foot? I also found 1,000 feet for 17 cents a foot, but I didn't want to buy that much.
Yeah, that's quite a lot. Well, anyway, sounds good. I'm looking forward to you seeing and get up and everything. And that's so you can blame Robin if there's any delays. That's it. So now from now on, it's Robin's problem.
That's it.
Very good, Dennis. Good to have you in there, Dennis. Good to have you in there first. Actually, I'm first. You're second. No, you're really first. Whiskey 9, Bravo, Oscar, Quebec, and that's Dennis, and he's in Castellian Springs, working to get up a pretty nice tower and a X700 antenna, so he'll be doing great. Who else we got north?
KB9 RKK.
Hey, man, this is just wrong. You being in there so early.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, I won't go for first, but I'll go for number 3.
Yeah, that's good. So you doing okay? Hey, what would happen to that net last week where nobody showed up but me and Jeff?
Well, it's because I was tied up doing something and I wasn't able to make it. So I guess I would have been number 3 on that. And I also think maybe some people didn't realize the repeater got changed.
I got you. No, it just seemed funny because me and Jeff were the only ones there.
Yeah. Well, it's a work in progress, but that repeater works pretty good to the south. I tried it out the other day, and I was able to get it all the way from Unionville, which is pretty far south.
Cool. Hey, by the way, man, this meter, I just realized this meter really looks good. Did you look on the web?
I didn't look at it. I don't have the internet part. The computer's turned on, but not booted up. Not logged in yet, so I didn't get to see it. I'm using a different radio. I was all set up because we thought we were going to have weather, so I split all my radios up, and I had VHF on one set, UHF on the other, and so this is my old FM only.
Well, you're pegging my meter, whatever you're doing.
50 watts.
So I'm saying, but you're pegging it here. You're doing great, Frank. Good to have you in there. That's Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo. He's in Northwest Wilson County. Who else we got north? Good to have you in there, Frank. I think that's W4WKU. Isn't that you, Steve?
W4WKU.
It is. Wait a minute. It is K4 or W4. Now I can't even read my own writing.
Kilo 4, Whiskey Kilo Uniform.
Yeah, that's better. It's even louder that way. That's good. You didn't change your. You're still on. Well, you got your new antenna and you're running 50 watts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing all right. Not much of a signal, but the audio is clear when you get up on the mic.
Well, let me give it a test here and look at the audio and the video. K4WKU 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, I'm just barely moving that news.
Yes, I know. And you know, it's the longer you went, the more it laid down behind on the bottom. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I don't know. Are you up right up on the mic the whole time?
Yeah.
Now, that's funny. Initially, it was up, and then it's almost like your power drops back after you get online. You know, after you get on the frequency. You know.
I don't know. I think it's when the fan kicks in.
Oh, it could be, but otherwise, you're doing all right.
Yes, sir. Everything's great up here this side of the border.
Well, you've got the same weather system we do, don't you, Soggy?
Yeah, but it's supposed to dry out tomorrow.
Yep, I know. And if we wait too long, you're going to need a sickle, a saw, and a weed whacker, giant weed whacker, bush hog to do the lawn.
Well, in my case, I'll just need a weed whacker because I've got less than a quarter acre and it's all in the front yard.
I got you. Now I've got just about a half an acre, and it's not really that bad. It's just that, well, it's just not that bad. It's, the weed whacking is the hardest part. Riding the mower is the easiest part.
Yeah, no mower here for me. I do a weed whack going uphill.
Oh, I got you. Well, very good, Steve. You are probably our only northern out-of-state contact. That's Steve, Kilo 4 Whiskey Kilo Uniform. He is just north of Bowling Green, about, I think it's, what do we say that was, 60 miles?
Yeah, I'll have to look it up to our Zen.
Yeah, I think it's about 60 miles. It's a good stretch. He's got a small beam pointed in this direction, and I've got my vertical up, so we communicate usually pretty well unless the conditions go really crappy. Anyway, that was Steve, K4WKU, just north of Bowling Green. Good to have you in there. Who else is north? Nobody else north? West, please come now. West of Mount Juliet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, that must be Michael. I did. That's. Give me your call again, Michael. K Kilo Mike 4. Is that correct? YRF. Isn't that the right call?
That's correct.
Yeah. Get all discombobulated there. How are you copying? Do you copy Steve up in Kentucky?
Every now and then he'll break the squelch, but basically no.
Well, he is pointed with his beam towards me rather than you. I'm sure that if he was pointed towards you, you'd hear it better.
Probably so.
Yeah, if you can hear him sometimes, I think that's the issue is the beam. Unless you want to move your antenna and your rig over there a little more in line with me.
That'd be a little hard to do.
Oh, I don't know. You could. I don't know. You just have to maybe just go up there up on the Kentucky border and you can be easy.
Well, no, that's no problem.
Well, you're heading up that way anyway, aren't you, to pick up something?
Yeah, I gotta get to Bowling Green.
Yeah, there you go. All right, well, very good. Good to have you in there, Michael. Everything going okay? Is Rick made any more advances?
No, but he's getting closer all the time. This is his anniversary weekend. I'm not sure that he'll be checking them on the next night. I think they're out.
Well, that's better that than, yeah. As you know, family comes first, especially the close family like XYLs and children.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very good. That was Michael, Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot, and he is in Bellshire. Who else? West.
K4OEN. It's Mary and Marty West over here in Bellshire as well, next to Michael. And hello to the gang and to you, Paul. Enjoying it as always.
back up to full speed, Mary?
Just about. I'm working on it. Got building my strength up a little bit at a time, but I'm doing much better than last week, so making progress. But thanks for asking. I appreciate that, Paul.
Yeah, very good. Well, you probably noticed that as we age, and I think I may be older than you, like I'm pretty sure I am. As we age, we don't recover as quickly as we did when we were 25.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that. Yeah, it does work that way, but I'm just thankful to be better from and improved from where I was last week. So I appreciate your concern and everybody's thoughts and prayers. And it really made a big difference. I'm going to pass the mic over to Marty and let him say hi to the gang. And hope all of you have a happy Easter and a good rest of your weekend. And we will talk to you hopefully on Wednesday night, 84 OEN.
Very good, Mary. Hey, Marty.
84 BQK. And how's everybody?
I think everybody's doing pretty good on a soggy Easter weekend. Yesterday was Good Friday, and tomorrow's Good Sunday, so we're doing great.
Yes, good Sunday. It is a good Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. You doing okay?
Yes, doing okay.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, that's Mary and Marty in Belshire. That's, and of course, Mary's is Kilo Delta 4 Oscar Echo November, and Marty's Kilo Delta 4 Bravo Quebec Kilo. Little tongue twister there for me. And they're both in Belshire as well, right in the same neighborhood as Michael KM4YRF. Appreciate you two being there. Who else? Wes, please come on.
WY4G.
Hey, how you doing there, Jeff?
I'm tired, but I'm doing, so I was able to make it about falling asleep.
Very good. Yeah, it's well, tired means you're working hard, and for most times that's a good thing.
Yeah, it seems like that's all I ever do, but that's what we got to do. Most of us anyway.
Well, yeah, it's really kind of interesting because people like yourself who have to work a full day and maybe 6 days a week, which I believe you do. It's some people aren't as industrious or can't be as industrious. So working hard and being tired isn't necessarily in their game plan like it is yours.
Yeah, some of these people are not willing to work and they get paid for it anyway. I don't understand that, but it's just the way it is.
Oh, believe me, I understand. I understand. The best motivator I ever had was to make more money and to have the things I wanted was not eating regular. Made me go back to school, made me work harder. It really made me work.
That's a good motivator, but the way some of the things going on now, it's just I don't know. I'll just better leave it at that.
Oh no, I'm with you. We've had that issue. It's for almost longer than I've been an adult actually, because of just kinds of systems. And it's not that there are lots of people that need assistance. Don't misunderstand. I think you understand that as well. But there's lots of people who are on assistance who I don't know how many it is, but a lot of them take advantage of it. But that's they got to live with themselves, not me. So I'm good with that. But everything else all right, Jeff? Your antenna sounds great.
Oh yeah, it survived all the wind and rain. I mean, it's up there. It's what take a good storm to knock it down. But it's performing well, doing as what it's designed to do.
Yeah, very good. And as always, as always in the recent past anyway, you're pegging the meter.
That's good. Yeah, this radio I'm using it runs at 5, 25, 50. I've got it at 25 setting now, the mid setting, and it's just, I think it should cover everything like that.
Oh yeah, can you go to 5 easily for me?
Sure, hold on.
Feel like we need some of that the music from Jeopardy.
Did my signal drop any?
So little, it's unbelievable. It went from pegging the meter to like 59 over. That's how much it was, just such a minuscule amount. You wouldn't believe it. I couldn't detect it in the audio, but on the meter, it was just a 1/16 of an inch.
Well, I mean, it's not that much of a difference. I could probably run a little bit less than that with this antenna and still, show pretty good on your bar graph.
Oh yeah, no, it's doing great. 5 watts was great on it, it really was. I was shocked that it was so little right there on that, but obviously that new antenna is doing the trick for you. I'm glad that worked out for you. Very good. That's Jeff, Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. He's in Madison with a really great signal, even on 5 watts. For those of you that may or may not be able to hear him, this will give you a clue from his location to yours what that sounds like. Who else? Wes, please come now. It's good to have you in there, Jeff.
Okay, I'll see you next net. WY14.
Anybody else west, please come on.
Whiskey 4 Alpha Whiskey Echo.
Could you discern the difference with Jeff's signal, John?
I just walked in. How much power was he using at the very start?
He was using 25, and then he went to 5.
Okay, I had a weak but readable copy on him at 25, but I lost him at 5.
Oh, very good. So there's some issues from Bellevue up to Madison for sure.
This is a pretty good haul.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty good. Robin, were you trying to check in?
He went from S9 on 25 watts to S4 on 5 watts to me.
No, that's not too shabby.
No, not at all.
Anyway, John, yeah, it is quite a haul, really. It's just, but he's got a new antenna with a better height, and he's doing much better than he used to.
Yeah, but good copy at 25 watts.
Yeah, exactly. We had talked about that a couple of times on the, with the Simplex operation down there in Rutherford, Cannon County nets, and about how, and I've mentioned it here, I'm sure, but the more efficient and the better antenna you can have, the less wattage you'd have to use if you were on standby power, battery power. Because if you don't have any power, if you're running down your batteries, having to get out with 50 watts when you could do with 5, it makes a heck of a difference.
Absolutely. Even if you had a couple of 40 amp bio-NOs, I mean, out in the field, it's a huge difference backing that thing down from 100 to 50.
Oh yeah, very much, and that's why it's, that's why I was trying to make an example there of hearing Jeff on 5. It was, to me, I wouldn't have been able to tell the difference. And really, if you look on the meter when he was on there, it was kind of funny. He went to 5, and it went from just pegging the meter to just barely not pegging the meter.
Yeah, I mean, for the money spent, antenna gain is always going to be more bang for the buck than power.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier today too, me and Jim down at Woodbury, because, you said, why would we buy a $12,000 radio? And I said, well, mostly bragging rights is all I've ever heard people say, but, and of course, contesters like that kind of big featured rig. But fact is, if I had 12 grand to blow, I'd blow it on a tower and a better antenna.
Without a doubt. And then you could work the world with a used, say, Yaesu FT450.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that. You could work the world with a crystal set. That's what you could do.
Or at least a local net.
Yeah, that's right. All right, very good, John. That's Whiskey 4 Alpha Whiskey Echo. John, he's in Bellevue. Good signal as always, running, I think, 90 watts. That's what you're doing today?
I think I've been underestimating this. I finally brought one of the bird watt meters up here with the appropriate slug and an appropriate dummy load. It's right on 100.
Yeah, okay. So it's something around 100. We're not sure exactly. You say the bird says about 100?
The bird showed it being just over 100 watts going into the dummy load, and it's a dummy load that's a VHF dummy load. It's one of those ex-phone company units that goes, I think about 100 megahertz up to 1 gig.
So it's somewhere around 100, or maybe maybe a little less, depending upon losses.
So
anything like that, but at least it gave me a little reference to see what the radio's internal meter is like.
Yeah, very good. Well, very good, John. Good to have you in there. Whiskey 4 Alpha Whiskey Echo, John, in Bellevue. Who else west? Anybody else west? Come back later. South of I-40, please come in.
Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu.
All right, there was a double, triple, or quadruple in there, a little bit of a train wreck, but I've heard right on top there was Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu. How you doing?
All right, buddy. How you doing?
I am doing great. You know, it's the best. I like it when it rains even a little bit because I always you can't mow when it's raining. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you mow, but you end up throwing water and clumps out your chute there, and it just unless you got a super sharp blade, it'll just knock it down. It'll sun hit it, and a bunch of the blades will raise right back up.
Yeah, actually, I hate it when it's that wet, even when it's just even a moist lawn, you know, thick grass, because it tends to, if it gets soggy, it tends to clump up on the inside of the mower deck, and it's, you know, I got to hose it down to death to get it all off of it.
Yeah, it can be a mess. Now, if you got one of those real nice zero turns, something with the tip speed way up there, you might do a little more. I've seen some of them commercial mowers. They'd be out there mowing in a downpour. Of course, they gotta get her done, I guess. But if you got a regular old, what's that one brand? Oh, it's one brand dead. Oh heck, well, it used to be red. Walmart or Rhodes used to sell them over in Murfreesboro. Anyway, I had plenty of mowers is okay. I mean, the engine's okay, but the decks wasn't too stiff. I mean, too good. You run over a good sized root, you can bend the deck. But anyway, enough said on that. Y'all get back at it. Just wanted to holler at you. Have a good KR4AC clear.
Yeah, very good. That was Tim, or Sully, as he sometimes likes to be called. That's Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu. He's in Murfreesboro. Who else was on that train wreck?
KM4 CCQ on the mobile.
Hey, good signal there on the mobile there, Preston.
Hey, copy that. I figured I'd jump in there while I had a pause.
Yeah, you got the pause all right. You headed to work or heading out for business or out for fun?
I've just been out and almost back here at the QTH. So I figured I'd give you a shout so I wouldn't miss out tonight.
Yeah, very good. Well, about where are you now? Back almost home, you think?
Yeah, I'm not too far from there, probably a half a mile.
Yeah, I just was wondering how good, because the signal's real decent coming in here from where you are.
Oh, good deal. Well, 730 to file, 730 to the net out there. I'll let you get back with it. We'll catch you later. KN4 CCQ.
Yeah, very good, Preston. That's Preston Kilo, November 4, Charlie Quebec in Possum Trot. Mobile. Who else west? Please come in.
You're south.
I'm sorry. I just realized it as I was saying that Preston is not west. He's south. South of 40, please come in.
Kilo 6, Kilo Alpha.
Hey, MJ, how are you doing?
Doing well. How about yourself, sir?
I must be doing good. I remembered your call.
Your memory's getting better, huh?
I'd like to think so, but I don't think it really is. How are you doing down there?
Doing well. Trying to straighten it. Stay dry down here. Working on a little SDR radio.
Oh, really? An SDR receiver or the transceiver?
Just a receiver. Trying to set it up to work.
Is that one of those little the ones you attach to the computer?
Yes, affirmative.
Ah, cool. Yeah, I'd like to hear how that works out for you. Well, very good. That's MJ, Kilo 6, Kilo Alpha, and he is in Woodbury. Pretty decent city. Yeah, I wasn't looking at the meter. Give me just a call back there.
Test 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, see, your audio is great, and there's zero signal move on that meter, man. It's unbelievable.
That's the weather.
You know, your audio is fine. All right, very good, MJ. Who else we got south? I'm glad to hear from you, MJ. The KD4 station, there was a double in it.
Kilo
Ah, very good. How are you doing down there? You're as soggy as we are, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, we've been. I was hoping the sun would pop out. I think at about 2 o'clock and make us all feel better there. Before I forget it, in case I don't talk to you between now and tomorrow, go ahead and hide the egg.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead and what?
You can go ahead and hide the egg.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, very good. Yeah, it's I was surprised when I stuck my head out the door this afternoon, still how cool it was outside.
Yeah, I agree with you. The guy out of Kentucky, I could hear him pretty well this afternoon. I started to jump in and just see if we could make the trip back to him, but he was making a good trip down here in Shelbyville.
Yeah, very good. And you're just a little over 10 over here into my station.
I was getting about a 5 on him, so that was showing me there that the conditions were pretty well right this evening.
Well, they were right for you, that's for sure. And you're pretty much the same deal as me, almost due south of him.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring there. That if you was getting that good a signal on him, and he had his beam on you, then we're pretty well riding straight in line there. All right, I'll let you go. I know you got a lot of them in here. I do appreciate you letting me in there. You have a good evening and a happy Easter tomorrow. Katie 4ZGY.
Yep, my best on sunrise service and Easter Sunday for you guys as well. That was Kilo Delta 4 Zulu Golf Yankee Ed in Shake Rag. Who else was on that south? Please come.
Katie 4TYJ.
Hey, Jim, how are you? We're talking to you. I hope everybody got that message about my my receiver transmitter box.
Well, I know we discussed it this morning about your receiver transmitter, what you're not calling it, but I think that we need to discuss the next breakfast meeting and where we're going to have it.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're going to have it. I was going to make a final announcement early in the next week because of the. I want to go talk to the people over there at Courtney's, which is farther north on Mount Juliet Road, and they apparently have. I'm told they have a separate room that we can use, and I just got to go make sure they'll let us do that or reserve it for us.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. But anyways, I just figured me and Richard we talked about that when we found that barbecue was closed, and you know how we are. Oh my God, what are we gonna do? We have to find some place to eat. So, anyways, beautiful soggy weekend over here in in Woodbury. Tomorrow's gonna be beautiful, so looking forward to that. And today was a good ham radio day, so got to stay inside and play with the radio. All right, I'll turn it back to that. Sounding good. KE4 TYJ.
Yeah, very good, Jim. That was Jim Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet, and he is in Woodbury. I was just telling him earlier, it occurred to me that I don't want to call my radio, the thing that transmits and receives, a transceiver, because it never went through a transition. It's not politically correct, does not recognize itself, doesn't consider itself anything but a radio, and it's not a trans anything. All right, who's up next south of 40? Please come in.
K4OFO.
Hey, Donnie, how are you doing?
Good, good. I think Courtney's would be a good choice. They get it. They got a nice room up there in this big area. We wouldn't be crowded at all. But doing real good. Just a little cold today, but other than that, hope everybody has a nice Easter. And good to hear about on the net tonight. I don't have anything further, and I'll turn it back over to you.
Yeah, very good, Donnie. Of course, that's Donnie, Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Oscar. He's about 6 miles south of me, east of 171. About 6 miles south. Who else south of 40?
Kilo Mike 4, November Yankee. Bill?
Yeah, you sound good. Another S9 signal there, Bill.
I just must be lucky.
I don't know. If you can figure out what luck is, I want you to let me know.
Oh, no, I'll keep it a secret then. I can sell it.
Yeah, that's for certain. We always attribute things to luck, but nobody knows what it is or how we get it.
Yeah, I'll turn this back to you and let somebody else get in for a few minutes. 73s to everybody.
Yep, good to have you in there, Bill. That's Kilo Mike 4, November Yankee, least likely to hog the airwaves, and he's in Murfreesboro. Who else we got south of 40?
K4 ID.
I bought a T-shirt. What size are you for sure? What are you, a large?
Yeah.
Robin sent me a picture of a T-shirt that's kind of provocative looking. Not crazy provocative, not pornographic provocative. Just, I'll have to send that out. Why don't you send it out to the group?
I'll let you do that.
Oh, then you can blame me. Well, then get busy on Dennis's standoff, and you'll be all set.
Sent him a conceptual drawing. I'm waiting to hear from him about some dimensions.
Ah, yeah, very good. Well, dimensions are usually important.
At least in this dimension.
Now, you know the deal. I mean, oh my gosh. I used to take such pains to try to figure out dimensions when I was doing projects in the field because one wrong move on something that's unmovable and you're dead.
Yep. You know, depending on the project, you can get away with a quarter inch here or there, but a lot of the work I do, that's not the case.
Well, we were dealing sometimes with equipment that weighed 1,500 pounds and it was sitting on the floor or it had to sit in a certain place on the floor, and A, it wasn't easy to move, and B, it wouldn't move just because I wanted it to because of a dimension problem.
You have to work on your Jedi powers.
Oh man, I tell you. Well, again, it's just you got to be. Old Ross Perot said it the best: you measure twice and cut once.
That's it. Carpenter's motto.
I'll tell you a joke about that some other time. Funny joke. All right. Thanks for being there, Robin. That's Kilo 4 India Delta Charlie, and he is south of me about 6 miles again, just west of Mount Juliet Road. Who's next? Mile south of 40.
Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor.
There's Mr. Quick In and Out, Larry. How you doing, Larry?
I'm doing good. That other guy beat me to the punch. I was going to ask you about that breakfast location.
Oh, yeah. It's just up the road another, I don't know, mile and a half maybe on the west side.
Straight up from where we were?
Yep, straight up. Mount Juliet only has one main drag, and that's it.
Okay. So, I'm a foreigner. I don't know much about that northern country up there.
Yeah, it's becoming a metropolitan area. We talk about North Country.
Well, you get up there, that's right. That's the Yankee land up there.
I'm not so. Yeah, you're partially right because there are an awful lot of people from the north that live in Mount Juliet, Wilson County.
All right, we'll let you get on with it, Paul. KE4SYV.
Yeah, very good, Larry. Good to have you in there. That's Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor, and he's in Rockvale. Who else south of 40? Anybody else south of 40? I got all night. I can sit here all night. Now we'll go east then, east of Mount Juliet Road. I heard what sounded like a mobile station. Let's try that again. I only heard what sounded like an alternator whine, but I don't know if that's what it was. Anybody copying that signal? I mean, I can hear it, but it's not, I don't hear any audio.
Same thing here. Carrier with an alternator line.
That must be the kind of wine you buy at 7-Eleven. Nothing heard from that. What I presume is either that or somebody's got a great sound effect on their bass unit. Yeah, let's try one more time if you can. Nothing heard. Anybody else east of Mount Juliet? Please come down.
WA4 is that HI. Bravo.
Hey, hold on, Richard. I got James in there. James, you doing okay?
Yeah, when that other station called, you couldn't hear. I called at the same time. I don't know if it's something interference there or not.
I don't think so because it came in twice. That just a carrier and no audio.
Well, if there's a little ping and echo or something.
I don't know. Maybe we'll find out if he comes back in there. All right. I'm glad you're doing all right, though. Everything's all okay with the family?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. We had to go out in the rain about 3 times a day when it was light. It rained.
Yeah, I did too. I'm not going to tell you why, but I had to clean up after the dog.
That's enough.
I know that's enough for me too. All right, that was James, Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel India. He's up there in the heart of Mount Juliet, east of the library. Who else is east of Mount Juliet Road?
Me over here.
Oh, me. Is that your new call, M.E.?
Close enough. How you doing?
I am doing fine, except it's tomorrow. It's going to warm up. I'm going to have to do something with the yard.
Well, I'll be tickled for you. You warm up. I'm sick and tired of all this cold weather, and rain can go away with it.
I'm not going to say anything about Southerners and their thin blood.
Well, my blood didn't used to be all that thin when I was a whole lot younger, but seems like the older I get, the thinner my blood and my skin gets, and the more I am susceptible to cold weather. I'm not real crazy about it, mind you, but that just seems to be the case.
No, I hear you. I'm the same way. I joke about it, but I'm the same way. By the way, you're still hanging in. You were hanging in there for that most of that transmission right at S8 with your lower antenna.
Wow. Well, the sad thing is I could tell Mike was talking, but I'm back down to where I can't understand what he's saying. And I'm not too crazy about that, but that's okay. That too shall be fixed.
Well, just between you and me, Mike didn't have anything worth hearing.
Oh, all right then.
No, I'm sure that little height, you can tell the difference in height. It may have been the conditions on top of that, but conditions seem to be pretty good.
Well, I kind of ducked back and down behind that hill between him and I, and I don't know if he can hear me or not, but and my receiver him is not like it ought to be. Anyway, I'll let you get on with it and see who else is on this side of the world. Have a good rest of the night. Happy Easter, everybody on the net. 73's KI4S. I'll be back to net.
Yeah, very good, Richard. That was Richard Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo. He's over just west of downtown Lebanon. Who else is east of Mount Juliet?
C4TWL.
Obviously, you're not at home west.
No, I'm actually on Mount Juliet Road, so I guess I could check it anywhere I want. I even heard Richard.
Oh, that's good. That's a kind of a, well, you can hear Richard from home, can't you?
I've never had a problem hearing Richard from home. But, no, doing good. Had a great day hanging out with Robin today. So, 73, KE4TWL.
Yeah, but you send out pictures of stuff you didn't do. What kind of deal is that?
I felt sorry. You know, it was too easy. And he wasn't threatening the chickens. But he stayed out there for like 30 minutes.
Really? What the heck was he doing? Just wandering around aimlessly like a drunk?
Licking himself like a dog.
All righty, Wes. That was Wes. He's, you're mobile, right? I take it.
I am.
All right, very good. That's Wes, Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India, Mobile in Mount Juliet. Good to have you in there, Wes. Who else east of Mount Juliet? All right, we're moving over to late check-ins and was it late check-ins? We started from the north. Yeah, it has to be late check-ins. Anybody north, south, east, or west? I heard somebody with a push to talk in there.
Whiskey Delta 4, Bravo, Whiskey Charlie.
All righty, Jeff. Good to have you in there. Were you having problems with your radio at all?
No, not at all.
Okay, very good. No, I just heard the push to talk. I don't know if that was you or not when you first started.
Yeah, I figured you were ready to go to late, so I figured I'd key up. I didn't know if anybody else was in there.
Nah, I got you. You doing okay over there in Lebanon?
Yeah, like Richard said, I'm ready to dry out too.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Also, wet weather makes the roads slick and dangerous.
Yeah, very true.
All righty, very good, Jeff. Good to have you in there. That's Whiskey Delta 4, Bravo Whiskey Charlie. That's Jeff in Lebanon. Good to have him in there. Who else we got? Late check-ins?
K4DZ. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I wasn't looking at the meter, but you sound great.
Yeah, I was trying out one of these old shelf-bound radios again, seeing if I could get it to work, but apparently it's done. I don't know. Did a little bit of tinkering around with it, and that's all it is, just tinker. Thought maybe I could do the old Sanford and Son thing on it, but I don't think so.
Yeah, well, you were doing S4 to me with a really good audio, so I suggest you're doing great with whatever you got there.
Yeah, I'm on the old go-to Kenwood Omo with my little X300 antenna about 12 feet off the ground still.
How many feet off the ground?
That's about 12.
Oh man, think what would happen if you doubled it.
Yeah, I've been cutting some trees down and cleaning up my forage over here and got some new toys for my lawnmower. You know, like a cultivator and one of those scraper blades, something to attach it all so I can pull it with my lawn tractor. So if it ain't one thing, it's something else, Paul. I don't know.
Well, I find that if I think there's nothing's going to happen or break down, then I'm probably not thinking too much.
Yeah, it's only about a 30-year-old dinosaur Yaesu 5100 dual band radio. It was good when it was good, but what's that song Toby Keith sings? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Happy Easter, y'all. Be good, be careful. KE4 DEC. Back to you, Paul.
Yeah, that's like that old line about people. It's you say something about somebody. He's hell when he's well, but he stays sick so much. Well, good to have you in, Earl. That was let me get that right. Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu, and he's in Noreen, just east of Cedars of Lebanon. Good signal, real good signal, good audio. Who else? Anybody else late chickens? You don't check in late, you're going to get caught in the sandbagger, lurkers, lollygaggers, etc. All right, we're going for the lollygaggers, lurkers, sandbaggers, SDR listeners, and SDR donglers, and the what else? Preppers and the end time survivalists. I should write that down. Anybody else, please come in. And of course, the procrastinators come in sometime tomorrow. Last chance.
Recheck.
Yeah, go ahead.
WY4G, I'm at 50 watts now. Any difference?
Well, when you peg the meter, you peg the meter. You know, you're there. It's either you peg it or you're going to blow up my meter.
That's all about on blow the meter. I just want to pull that one on your policy, but made any difference. But if I'm pegging at 25, I know it's going to peg it at 50. So let's continue on. 73 WY4G.
Yeah, you're actually where it says 60 plus 60. It's actually over the plus 60. So 50. That's you were doing the same on 25 though. So again, your antenna improvements have made it as good as it can get to me. Let's put it that way. So you're doing wonderful. All right, very good. Good to have you in there again. That recheck, Jeff. Yeah, 50 watts you don't even need, I'm sure, unless there was somebody. Is anybody that couldn't hear Jeff that thinks they should? He's in Madison. Well, I guess everybody could hear you. Very good. Yeah, I know you were being heard south of me as well. We'll have to do another check some other time. But very good, Jeff. I'm glad you confirmed that. And last chance for last chancers.
To be expected, I can't hear Jeff at all. KI4SIB.
Well, I don't know if you can draw. Well, look him up on QRZ, and it'll show that distance between you and him. Did you get your address corrected in QRZ? Richard?
Yes, I did, Paul. Everything on QRZ is correct now.
Well, it'll give you that distance and a line between those 2 points. So I just wondered if, because he should be like west northwest, or he's kind of he'd be in a line above Michael KM4YRF.
Come in.
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
Tell Richard, if he can't hear me, that he's still S7 to my station.
Yeah, Michael's rubbing it in. You're S7 to him at his station. Stop swearing.
I'm putting a on him, and I can hear him, but it's scratchy.
Yeah, see what you get for buying a used antenna?
No. Don't need to go there. I mean, you talked to John about this antenna. You know, he didn't fly it very long, so it was as good as brand new. I know what the problem is. I know just exactly what it is, and that's what the next thing on the agenda is to get that remedied.
You going to call an airstrike on that ridge?
I'd love to. That one and the one south of me too.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, just the height is king. You know that. I mean, that's the whole answer right there. Height is king.
And it is, and I'm hoping that by the time I get this thing 40 feet in the air, I'm going to be blowing a lot of people's socks older than that. Well, I'm not worried about me being heard. I'm more concerned about me hearing people.
Is there another station in there? Is there another station in there? I heard something. Well, very good, Richard. I'm glad you got some information feedback on that. It's a little disquieting because he can hear you and you can't hear him, but it's a function of his antenna is much better than yours, and you've got a little bit of an issue there close to you. In fact, you got a couple issues close to you with those elevations.
Exactly.
Yeah, very good. It's kind of working with a handicap. All right, we're going to move on then, unless I hear any objections to the buy, sell, swap, and swindle net. All righty. Has anybody got anything they want to sell? Did you get rid of that 991, Mr. John? Whiskey 4 AWE. Did you get rid of that radio?
No, it's still for sale at the summer Shack in the Box special of $750.
$750 walks away with an FT 991 radio, essentially new inbox.
Which enables you to now talk SSB as well.
That's right. It'll give you a single sideband or any other mode, since it's an all mode, all band radio, which is really a nice radio. For $750, it's a bargain. So anyway, that's John Whiskey 4 Alpha Whiskey Echo, and his email's good on QRZ. Anybody else got anything they want to sell? All righty. Anything they want to buy? Okay, that's it. That settles that issue. And we're going to move over, unless I hear an objection, in the next 5 seconds or so, to the sideband. Now, all righty, we're going over to 144.240 upper sideband. That's 144.240 upper sideband. And I'm going to be there momentarily. We're closing out that portion of the net and moving on. We did have 20, for those of you that aren't hanging around, we had a grand total of 23 check-ins, which for a holiday weekend is an extraordinary number, and I'm glad you're all there, and I'm glad there's interest even on a holiday weekend. I hope you all have a great Easter weekend and a great Resurrection Sunday for those of you who are Christians. All others, just enjoy the day. And all right, I'm moving over to 240, and we'll go from there. K4PEW.
Add one more, Paul.
I get you in there, Terry?
Yeah, KN4 MPV, man. I made it to the last second.
All right. Very good. Are we just hanging out to try to be last?
No, we just got back in a little late for meeting, and a little longer day than usual. I apologize for that. 73, everybody. I'll let you get with it. KN4 MPV. Have a good night, Paul.
Yeah, very good, Terry. Good to have you in there from Murfreesboro. Hope you enjoyed your time with the family tonight. It was Kilo November 4, Mike Papa Victor in Murfreesboro. So great to have you in there. Hope to talk to you in the next day or so. Well, let's move. I'm moving over now. So you can meet me over on 144.240, 73. All righty, this is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey with the Mount Juliet Simplex Net sideband portion on 144.240. We'll start from the south this time. Who's south of Mount Juliet? Please come in.
KR4AZ, and what's going on, Paul?
Hey, hold on, Tim. I heard, I think I heard Jim in there as well.
I'll go ahead and grab it. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. Jim down here in north of Woodbury.
Yeah, very good. That was Jim at Woodbury, and of course, you got Tim in there from Murfreesboro. That was you, wasn't it, Tim? KR4AZ?
Yes, sir, that's me. I'm here in the borough on sideband. You sounding good?
Yeah, very good. You're doing about S9 in here on your sideband, so you're doing good. Let me move on here to get this rolling here. Who else south of 40? Nobody. Move over to the east. Who's east of Mount Juliet? Oh, wow, your signal drops right down to almost nothing, but I still got you on the audio there, Earl.
Yeah, you're on this little off the ground antenna.
Yeah, it sure does make a difference on the on that vertical so close to the ground on sideband, because your audio on FM was so much better. You know, your signal strength was as well. So yeah, okay. Let me move on there. That was Earl over there in Noreen. Who else we got south of 40 or east of east of Mount Juliet? Anybody else east? Anybody north?
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo.
All righty, we got Frank in there in northwest Wilson County. Who else north? Over to the west then.
W4AWE.
Ah, very good. That was John over there in Bellevue. Is there anybody else west? Anybody else north, south, east, or west? All righty, let me do a quick recap here and see if everybody can hear each other. That was, I got John in Bellevue, Whiskey 4 Alpha Whiskey Echo. Frank in Northwest Wilson at Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo. And we got Earl Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu, and he's over Noreen, over by east of Cedars of Lebanon. And Tim KR4AZ, and he's of course in Murfreesboro. And then we got Jim in Woodbury, Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet, and of course me, K4PEW in Mount Juliet. Anybody not copying any of those stations? Did everybody hear Earl? He was a little low to me.
I got a good copy of him. I heard him. Yeah, I heard him good.
Ah, very good. John over in Bellevue, excuse me, Bellshire, did you hear him okay? John in W4AWE, did you hear Earl okay?
Russian got a readable copy of it.
Okay, very good. I was just pretty sure you could. I just didn't know how strong he was elsewhere. Like I said, he's just partially because of there's a ridge like on 109 between me and him. He's not always got a great signal, and he's also his vertical is only about, I think he said 12 feet off of the ground, so he's not exactly knocking down the airwaves, but he's got a readable signal. All right, very good. So everybody heard everybody, I take it. All right, very good. And we'll close that portion on that. I appreciate you guys being there, checking out on about the rigs in the airwaves. I'd love to get more in here just to get a better handle on how far out this circle goes and how well the signals go. But we'll live with what we got now, just like we've lived with the FM portion for the last 4 years and 6 months on 477 nets. So I think we learned a lot. So appreciate you being there. And again, this 73 from Paul, K4PEW Mount Juliet. You guys have a great night.
You too, Paul. Thanks for doing the net, buddy. Enjoyed it. KR4AZ.
Yeah, we'll catch you later. Tim, it was good having you on the net again. And everybody else as well. K4PEW.